Gonna kiss up and rub up and fill up. Kiss up and rub up and fill up on you all night.
I hate the arithmetics of black dating culture. Cause why when you start talking to somebody, you gotta limit your interaction on social media now. Like you wasn't just foaming at the mouth over my pictures. Like I wasn't just in your DMs and you in mine. Why are we hiding? What are we hiding from? I'm not gonna blow your cover and heart out all your pics or respond to your tweets. But why do we have to act abnormally? Like this is not normal.
I just moved into this new sublet in Tel Aviv. Isn't it beautiful? Anyway, today I want to talk about an observation that I made about dating cultures outside the US and why we are really failing as a society in America. I was traveling for like a month in Greece, Italy, Dubai, and Israel. And because I'm a dating app founder, I always ask people about their dating experiences. And I asked a lot of men, what are the girls like in your country? What's it like to date here? And the thing that I kept hearing over and over, specifically in Italy and Israel, is that the women in their country are very difficult and hard to please. In Israel, for example, a woman will never have sex on the first date. Maybe the third, maybe the fourth. First date, not a thing. I also noticed men in these countries will put so much more effort into taking girls out on dates, into actually getting to know them, and they're more open to having serious relationships. And in a lot of countries outside the US, if you go on just a few dates with someone, it is automatically assumed that you're exclusive. You don't even have to talk about it. In the US, a man can swipe right on a dating app, meet with a girl that same day, and get into her bed that night. So why would he ever want to commit? He has thousands of girls at his disposal that he can have sex with. I totally believe that a woman has control of what she wants to do with her body. I believe sexual experience is very important, but at the same time, I think we are totally shooting ourselves in the foot by being so supportive of sexual liberation. And this goes both ways. Man, woman, gay, straight, the more sexual options you have, the less likely you are to commit, the more likely you are to flake, to ghost, to not be serious about someone. So yes, the women in these countries might be more difficult to please, but what's the opposite of difficult? Easy. Is that what we want to be in the US? I don't know. What do you guys think?
Next question is, does dating seem harder for this generation? Why is that? Unfortunately, I think the dating scene can be looked at as pretty toxic right now. And I think the reason why is because dating has lost its charm, and it is a lot of games and it's a lot of toxic behaviors that I think people are feeling like they're being forced into doing and being. And I think the basis and the foundation of how relationships should form has been thrown out the window. And I believe that those qualities are respect, communication, intentionality, and love, and just knowing that these are humans and hearts that we are coming into contact with, and they're not just a number, or they're not just a swipe on a dating app. And I think we get to really understand that. And it doesn't have to be hard, but we've made it hard. And I think the best way to combat the toxic dating culture is to not participate in that toxicity and not add to it. So staying true to your core values and your beliefs, and treating people the way that you want to be treated. And that's remaining optimistic, and that's remaining respectful, and that's remaining communicative, and that's being clear and intentional and kind. And it's really just remaining true to you in the face of the games, in the face of the playing cards you get, in the face of not communicating your feelings, not being vulnerable, not being upfront, not being intentional. Being the opposite of that, being your true self, showing up how you want to show up, regardless of how other people are showing up. Staying true to you. That's how we combat this dating world that we're in right now.
Dating in your 20s is harder than it's ever been right now, and here's why. The whole concept of casual dating has only really been around for like 25-ish years. Not that like hookups and casual dating weren't a thing before that, but they were definitely way less popular. And if if like girls and guys wanted to be together, like they kind of had to be in a relationship. And even 5-10 years ago, before the dating apps were popular, like it was just more normalized to like meet somebody, like somebody, be in a relationship. But throw in the dating apps, especially in a post-COVID world, it is literally near impossible to secure a relationship nowadays. I know a select amount of people who have like met on Hinge and done really well, but for the most part, dating apps seem to be destructive to dating life in your 20s. When I was a kid, I was always told like, don't meet strangers off the internet, like make sure you really know somebody before you like hang out with them, like don't trust people. And now it's like the only way to secure a relationship is through dating apps. Nobody goes out and like tries to like meet each other at bars or meet each other in public anymore because dating apps exist. Like I feel like maybe this is just me, but whenever I go out and like especially to bars where like people are like supposed to be meeting each other, it's literally just groups of friends and nobody really like interacts. And is it kind of nice that I don't get hit on at bars? Yes, but also this is why I'm single. And our parents' generation is just like, go on the dating apps because they don't get it. And people who have been in relationships for like 5 or 7 years are like, go on the dating apps because they've never had to, they don't get it. But yeah, dating when you can just like shop for your next like casual fling like you can on Amazon is just destructive to human society.
Let me tell you guys something. One thing about dating culture that I will never understand is waiting more than 2 years to get married. I've seen a lot of Christian couples that have been together for 3, 4, 5, upwards of like 10 years, and they haven't gotten married. I'm like, and one thing I will say is that if you are with somebody for that long, if you're with somebody for over 3 years and you guys are not married, that person does not want to be with you. Nobody can tell me otherwise. If you are with a person for that amount of time, you are literally a placeholder for the next person that they actually want to be with. And as soon as they find that person, they're going to break up with you and they're going to get married to that person in probably less than 6 months. One of the main reasons why you should not be waiting 768 years to get married is because sex is supposed to happen inside of marriage. So if you are with somebody for 3+ years, you are most definitely having sex. The Bible says that if you cannot contain yourself, that you need to get married. I've asked a couple of people like why they haven't gotten married yet, and they give me all types of excuses, talking about, oh, I'm not financially ready or this and that, giving me all types of excuses. And one thing I will say is that if you really want to be with a person, y'all are going to build your life from zero together, even if that means suffering together. I feel like nobody's ever going to be prepared to be married. If you wait to be ready, you're going to end up staying with a person for many, 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 many years and not getting married. So if you are a woman of God and the person that you are with has not talked to you about marriage and it's already been more than 1 year, baby, you got to get this show on the road. As women, we like to make a lot of excuses for men and say that men are slow or whatever, but men are not stupid. As much as we like to say that they're stupid, they are not stupid. They know if they want to be with a person or not within the first 3 months of dating them. The purpose of dating is to marry. So if you do not plan on marrying that person, you need to leave them.
Snapping 1, 2, where are you? Still in my gonna kiss up and rub up and fill up. Kiss up and rub up and fill up on